Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to Goddess of Victory Nikke. Goddess of Victory Nikke. Today we'll be finishing off the Project Mattis event. We are going into the hard mode, story 2 hard mode. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because I'm hoping this goes more into Maxwell's story or her thoughts on the whole thing, because it has left a lot of it up in the air. One thing I also wanted to mention is they have announced the next event, which will be the collab. Kind of expected it. They kind of did the same thing last year. Next week is the collaboration with Persona, specifically Persona 3, 4, and 5. I can't recall the characters' names. I just know the characters that are teased but not properly shown just yet. Is Persona 3 is, I believe she was a robot girl. I can't recall. Persona 4's was the girl in the red outfits, black hair. I played Persona 4, but I can't recall her name, unfortunately. It's been a long since I played it. And Persona 5, I believe her name was Makoto. I can't recall. It was the one with the motorcycle. Unusual characters, I would say. I believe number 3's the girl who's a robot. I believe she was popular, so I believe that was fun. 4 and 5, I believe there were more popular choices than those two, but I'm not too sure. I might be a bit mistaken on that aspect. So anyway, that will be the next event. People are a bit unhappy because they were hoping for Drake's overspec, which didn't come. Well, not overspec, but upgrade, I guess you could say. But yeah, so maybe that will be next after that, and then anniversary, I believe. So I'm not too sure if I will pull on the. I'll probably have to pull on the Persona collab because it's collab. You'll probably see it again. Anyway, let's get into Project Mattis. I don't even know what else we're going to really expect on the hard mode. The only thing I can think of is probably a little bit more on the Drake side as well, but I was actually quite surprised by some of the community thoughts on the whole Maxwell part, on how the way she chose to be when she became a Nikke, with her choices, was to make Shuan, teach Shuan a lesson, I should say. From what I believe, some people were a bit upset with Maxwell about the whole situation, and I don't know. I don't really fully look over it, but I just feel like Maxwell is an unfortunate character. Unfortunate is not the right word. A sad character. I don't know. I'm sure what I'm trying to look for. But out of the whole events, I really enjoyed Maxwell's story. Actually, I enjoyed the story overall. I really did enjoy Project Mattis. I think I much prefer it than Absolute's event from last year. I think because Mattis's, oh sorry, Mattis, Absolute's story was, it did have some elements to it. Their interactions were nice and such, but the overall like history, I guess you could say, was a lot deeper, and we learned a lot as well. And I was watching another playthrough of Nikke, person playing from the beginning again, and I was actually quite interested to remember that. I think there's always that mystery about Talkative, a chatterbox. I'll just call him Talkative. I gotta buy more tickets. The issue with Talkative is that we don't know anything about Talkative. So, it's quite noisy with the music. So we don't know much about it, but there was some theories going around that it was actually like old Mustang turned into talkative and things like that. But I think one of the more recent theories, I would even say, is probably quite good of a theory, is that it's Shuren's father, Enmei, who is talkative. The reason why I believe that is he just disappeared. We don't know anything about him. Don't know what happened to him at all. But he found something he was looking for, and he just disappeared. And what made me think that is, although I don't know why she would, I don't know where she would get that information, but she's been dead set on trying to find Talkative Shuren. And she wanted to keep it a secret as well. And I'm not sure why she would. So I find it quite an interesting theory. I need to look at Talkative's model again, because maybe there'll be a little more of a hint there, but I don't think so. Yeah. Because that's another thing we could see actually as well, is on the hard mode, is maybe Enmei's side of the story. So who knows? I don't know what type of story we'll be able to expect on hard mode. I'm just hoping we get some great lore tidbit. The only thing I would be a bit not really upset about, but not really happy about, I should say, is if it's just about Shuren and Lapis. Like, it's just them doing whatever and then it just ends, you know? I want something strong. I did see on Twitter before I started this was I saw somebody say something about hard mode story or whatever, and there was like a bit of a paragraph, and I thought, okay, wait, I better not read that. So now I closed Twitter. So I'm really hoping that it's something nice, something good. I'm not even sure where we are exactly. I think like maybe one more run left. Yeah, one more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be a shorter episode today, man. Obviously, because I mean, hard mode's just one bit of a story. The rest is just talking. Yeah, let's see what we have in store. Okay, so current day. Maybe they'll talk about their father, I'm hoping.
私が呼び出されるなんて。メティスの子たちを作っている時以来でしょうか。違いました？
雑談のために呼んだんじゃないわ。
もう意地悪ですね。あなたの頭を打った犯人は捕まえてしっかり罰も受けさせました。
Which was I can't remember her name for some reason. I got random names popping in my head right now. Pinkhead. Oh, why can I remember her name? Uni, that's it, Uni. I had to recall a memory where I heard Mihara shouting at Uni, so yeah.
まだ許してもらえないのですか？マクスウェルさんのこと。
I mean, I would be pretty upset with that.
おしゃべりするつもりはないって言ってるでしょ。それに怒る気にもならないわ。お前にそんな気持ち向けるのももったいないし。
ええ、そうでしたね。それでうちに少しの気持ちも向けてくれない可愛い妹が貴重な時間を割いてまでどういう要件です？
お前最近メティスの資料を盗み出してるわね。
Ah, Mattis data specifically, not just data.
はい？うちが何を？
Was somebody else?
メティスに関する資料いろいろよ。盗んでるのお前でしょ？
いいえ。
違うっていうの？
そんなことをして何になると？
Huh. Now I'm thinking who and why.
ボディの実物ならともかく私の研究には全く役に立たないでしょう。
More secure about her research into deep and such.
お前じゃなかったの？
こんなことで嘘をつく理由なんてありませんよ。
じゃあ誰だっていうのよ？
まさか本当にメティスの資料が？ミシリス最高レベルのセキュリティ下にあるトップシークレットのデータを？
The only one I could really think of is Maxwell, but I don't see why she would. She already already have access to it, so why would she steal it? So that wouldn't be it. The only other thought maybe to me was Dorothy, because she was already trying to dig into the Ark and such, but that's too specific. I don't think it would be. Huh.
そうよ。最高レベルのセキュリティを突破しておいてメティスのデータだけ盗んでく頭のおかしいやつなんてお前以外に誰がいるっていうの？
最高レベルのセキュリティを突破してメティスのデータだけを？他の貴重なものには見向きもせず？
そう言ってるでしょ。この世にそんなイカれた人間お前以外に
いますね。
The only one I could think of is Enmei as well, but we don't know what happened to him, so I don't think it would be him. The only ones I could think of then would be the other companies like Tetra and Elysian, but I don't think they would go so low as to steal data.
そないなことをする人がまさかこんなとこ
Wow,
で
really?
顔出し
Enmei?
やるなんて
何よ急に思い当たるやつがいるの？
ほんまにわからへんのですか？お互いよう知っとる人やと思いますけど。
I guess my theory earlier already is gone.
私もよく知ってる人？
アークの中とは限りません。
Because outside of Ark, oh no, obviously that just shows that he is outside of the Ark, but and he would kind of have access to Missilis. It wouldn't obviously be Johan. I don't think he even knows about Mattis. I don't think it's Eden, so it would have to be.
バカ言わないで。地上のどこにアークのセキュリティを突破できるような。
地上からアークのセキュリティを突破してネットワークに接続できるようなアークの通信システムを構築した希代の天才。
Huh, he built the... Okay. Now it makes me feel like it might be talking of a game, because I remember there was a specific weird deal that Ennick made with Talkative. And I was like, how did Talkative contact Ennick anyway in the first place to create that deal? I believe his Talkative is gone now, but I'm not too sure. He's always popping up whenever we think he's dead, so I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken with that.
これでもまだ
まさかお父様。
Yeah, and they're gonna end it there. Okay. So he will still be relative to the story. So that's interesting.
よく見ていたか？
Huh.
ついに終わりましたね。さあ休みましょう指揮官。
I'm trying to think now. I'm just going through all of this without even thinking. Because I can't even think of where he would be. Honestly, the only thing I can really think of is that it's talkative now. My mind's just stuck on it now. Hmm. Oh well. Okay. So that is hard mode. I wasn't actually expecting something like this, but it does help. It was something I would have. Well, I do enjoy it. It adds tension and it just adds more questions, which is always nice. You don't want to just give away answers constantly, because that will just make it so that you're not going to expect anything else. This obviously makes me want to expect more, and I wonder how they're going to continue the story of this. The only thing I think of is maybe during Drake's event, but this feels quite large of an event. It would have to be. because the possibility of their father being alive, Enmei, and not only that, but he's outside of the arc and alive. It just raises the questions on what is he doing, and more specifically, why does he want the metastata, and how does he know about the metastata? And what is he going to do with that metastata? That's interesting. Because it's not just like, oh, I'm curious on what's happening currently, and just looks it up, and then you'd obviously just look at it and not steal it. He's stealing the data and he's taking it. So interesting. Another plot point. Looking forward to and seeing how that extends. I knew there was more to their father because he's somebody who was obviously really high up. He was looking for something specific and then disappeared. It's not like Old Mustang, where we kind of got an ending in a sense, or relatively an ending. Not too sure yet. But yeah, that'll be it for now. I'm looking forward to next week, seeing where the Persona story goes. My experience with Persona is limited. I've played Persona 4, the Golden something. I can't remember the full story, the full title. And I have seen a playthrough of Persona 5 up to maybe about halfway. I couldn't play because that didn't. It was. I believe when I first came out, it was exclusive for a while. I can't recall. Anyway, I watched it for a bit, and then I thought, I might as well stop because I might play it in the future, and never ended up doing it. And I did go quite far into it. So, and Persona 3, I just haven't gotten around to. But yeah, yeah. So that will be next week, I believe, and then we'll go from there. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the odd mode, and I'll see you all then.